Brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. أحمدك ربي وأستعينك وأثني عليك وأتوكل عليك وأستغفرك وأتوب إليك وأستهديك وأستبشرك وأستلهمك وأستزيدك فأنت حسبي وأنت سندي وأنت عمادي وأنت أولي وأنت آخري وأنت ظاهري وأنت باطني وأنت لي نعم المولى ونعم النصير. وأستغفر الله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، إله واحد، إله أحد، إله موحد، إله واحد، إله فرد، إله مفرد، إله متفرد، إله منفرد، إله فريد، إله حي، إله قيوم، إله أبدي، إله أزلي، إله دهري، إله ديمومي، إله سرمدي، إله وتر، إله صمد، إله لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. إله هو الأول فلا شيء قبله، وهو الآخر فلا شيء بعده، وهو الظاهر فلا شيء فوقه، وهو الباطن فلا شيء دونه. إله قادر، إله قدير، إله مقتدر، إله هو أقدر القادرين، إله قاهر، إله قهار، إله لا يقهر، إله هو أقهر القاهرين، إله عالم، إله علام الغيوب، إله عليم بذات الصدور، إله هو أعلم العالمين، إله حي قبل كل حي، وحي بعد كل حي، وحي بعد كل ميت، وحي لم يستمد حياته من حي، حي يحيي كل حي، حي يميت كل حي، حي يبعث كل ميت، حي لن يموت أبدا. كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا ووسيلتنا إلى ربنا وغاية رغبتنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه ومن نهج نهجهم وسلك مسلكهم واهتدى بهديهم واستنى بسنتهم واستمسك بعروتهم واسترشد برشدهم ودعا بدعوتهم وعمل بعملهم واحتمى بإمامهم وتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فيقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم تنزيله في سورة النحل: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: والله أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة لعلكم تشكرون. وفي سورة العلق يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى: اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق، خلق الإنسان من علق، اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم، علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. وفي الرحمن يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى: يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان. وفي الغاشية يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى: أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سمعت. قال الله: إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. يا الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين لله شهداء بالقسط ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا اعدلوا واتقوا التقوى اتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من الله والابتداء والله خير الرازقين. صدق الله. I seek refuge in the Almighty Allah against Shaitan the opposed. I want to start this khutbah as usual in the name of the Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to the Almighty Allah. Praise be to the Almighty Allah. Praise be to the Almighty Allah. We thank the Almighty Allah. We praise the Almighty Allah. We appreciate the Almighty Allah. We acknowledge the Almighty Allah. We recognize the Almighty Allah. We salute the Almighty Allah. We commend the Almighty Allah. We worship the Almighty Allah. We adore the Almighty Allah. We magnify the Almighty Allah. We glorify the Almighty Allah. We do all that because that's our primary assignment. We shall blessings on the soul of our Holy Prophet Muhammad who dedicated the whole of his life for the betterment, salvation, and emancipation of mankind. May the blessings of the Almighty Allah be extended to each and every member of this congregation. A week ago, we considered the significance of the glorious Quran from 5 distinct perspectives. We considered it from its importance from the perspective of the names by which it is called, its importance from the perspective of the epithets or adjectives used to describe the Holy Quran, its importance based on the reward credited to its recitation, its importance based on the reward credited to its memorization, and its importance based on the reward credited to living by its injunctions and teachings. We learn from the presentation that the names of the glorious Quran include, among many others, Al-Quran, a book that is meant to be read and read often and often and over and over. It is also known as Al-Furqan, that which distinguishes between truth and falsehood, and between right and wrong. It's also known as Al-Dhikr, the reminder, the message, the remembrance. Al-Tanzil, the revelation. Ahsan al-Hadith, the best of all utterances. Al-Maw'iza, the admonition. Al-Shifa, the healing. Al-Huda, the guidance. Al-Rahmah, the mercy. And Nur, the light. Apart from these names, there are epithets and adjectives used to qualify the Holy Book. It is described as Majid, glorious, Kareem, full of honor, Hakim, full of wisdom, Mubarak, blessed, Azim, great. Moreover, the ability to read or recite the glorious Quran elevates one to the status of a prophet, except that the person will not be receiving revelation. And whoever memorizes the glorious Quran, the punishment of his parents will be alleviated, even if they were pagans. I need to clarify, make a clarification on that hadith. I want us to pay attention. Whoever memorizes the glorious Quran, the punishment of his parents will be alleviated. Ìyà tí ó bá jẹ ìyá àti bàbá rẹ̀ wọ́n dínkù. Kìí ṣe pé tí ìyá àti bàbá bá jẹ ọmọ aná tẹ́lẹ̀ wọn ní wọná. Ẹni bá dára aná àbí kó wọná àbí kó wọ̀. àmọ́ ẹni tí ọmọ rẹ̀ bá kí Al-Qur'an tó hà àdéhùn sọ̀rọ̀ máa ń pé ìyá tí ó bá jẹ bàbá àti ìyá mú èyí lágbàjá òye wà dáadáa kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yóò gba bàbá àti ìyá lẹ́nu ní wọ́n náà ní bá dáná náà mú wọ́n náà. But most importantly, we emphasize the significance of abiding and living by the injunctions and teachings of the glorious Quran. Otherwise, the ability to read, to recite, and to memorize the Holy Quran will defeat its purpose. The Quran, whether memorized or recited or read often and often, can only be meaningful if the reciter or the memorizer or the person that reads it often and often lives by its injunctions. If you memorize and you violate the content of the Quran, you have rubbished what you have memorized. That looks like a short account of our khutbah last week. As for today, the khutbah focuses on the extremes of technological advancement, Islam as a middle course. The topic is at the instance of the National Association of Muslim Engineering and Technology Students. The association is marking one of its annual Namet Week program, and has therefore humbly requested that the khutbah be devoted to the above-mentioned topic. Of course, the request was channeled through the Unilori chapter of the MSSN. But let me also quickly apologize that on account of the power conferred generally on imams, guest lecturers, guest speakers, and others serving in similar capacities, I have authoritatively adjusted the topic slightly to suit my personal taste, without necessarily losing the letter and the spirit of the originally suggested topic, and without necessarily jeopardizing the interest of members of NAMIT. What we are about to tackle, therefore, is the extremes of scientific, not only technological, the extremes of scientific and technological advancement, and there is a rider, the position of Islam. You have a main topic, and you have a rider. The main topic is the extremes of scientific and technological advancement. It ends there with a full column. Then you have a rider that says the position of Islam. What is the position of Islam to science and technology? Our basic assumption in this presentation is that the majority of this congregation are familiar and well acquainted with the interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent areas of science and technology. What remains to be clarified, therefore, is the operational definition of extremes. Within the context of this khutbah, extremes signify the excesses, ashiji, the excesses in science and technology, the absurdities in science and technology, features of madness in science and technology, misapplication of science and technology, some abuses in science and technology, unethical features in science and technology, finally, simplified on Islamic aspects of science and technology. We want to disabuse your mind from the assumption that Islam is against science and technology. No. There is nothing like Islam antagonizing science and technology. Islam is in full support of new inventions, new discoveries, in as much as these are used in the service of the Almighty Allah and the service of humanity. Look at the first verse we quoted from Surah Al-Nahl, Quran chapter 16, verse 78. If the Almighty Allah has been against any branch of knowledge, the facilities He naturally provided for us, He wouldn't have provided them. Look at this verse. Allah it was. It was the Almighty Allah that brought you out of your mother's wombs. At that point in time, La ta'lamuna shay'an. You didn't know anything. Whether science, whether technology, whether mathematics, whatever it is, you were absolutely ignorant. But in order for you to acquire knowledge in general, science, technology, otherwise, the Almighty Allah provided for you the ability to hear. Because if you cannot hear properly, it will be very difficult for you to acquire any branch of knowledge. So, in order to facilitate the process, Allah provided you with the faculty of hearing to understand. The Almighty Allah also provided the ability to see, the faculty of sight. Almighty Allah provided for you the faculty of understanding. So that when you hear, you don't just hear. When you see, you don't just see. You see with understanding. You hear with understanding. So that is to say that the Almighty Allah is not against science and technology. And look at Al-Alaq. The first 5 verses that was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in that Iraq. When Angel Jibril appeared, he said, Iqra. And he said, Ma ana biqari. Read. I can be a reader, I can read. Then he said, Iqra, this is what the important thing in Islam is that when you acquire knowledge, whether it is science, technology, otherwise any branch of knowledge, let it be in the name of the Almighty Allah. اقرأ ربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. Read, and it is the Almighty Allah that taught man the ability to use the pen. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. It is the Almighty Allah that taught man what he never knew before. So if it is science, nobody taught you science other than the Almighty Allah. The science is the product of the Almighty Allah. The technology is the product of the Almighty Allah. All branches of knowledge emanate from the Almighty Allah. And to illustrate further the interest of the Almighty Allah in scientific and technological research, Surah Al-Rahman, Allah challenges us. Ya ma'ashara al-jinni wal-ins, congregation of men and jinn, in istata'tum an tanfudhu min aqtar as-samawati wal-ard, fanfudhu, la tanfudhuna illa bi-sultan. Congregation of men, women, and jinn, if you can penetrate across the heavens and earth, go ahead, penetrate. But remember that you cannot penetrate without the authorization of the Almighty Allah. It's only when the Almighty Allah has facilitated the process that you can penetrate. Now, Allah has given us the ability. What Islam is against is using these facilities to harm human beings. And that is what we are warned against. In Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 195, verse 195, chapter 2, Allah says, وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. Let not your hands be the source of your destruction. Don't use your hands. Don't use your knowledge to destroy yourself. Now, we have gone to a very large extent. We have gone to the extent, because of our knowledge of science and technology, to develop biological weapons. And if you ask the question, what is the merit, what are the advantages of developing biological weapons? It is to kill one another. Biological weapons can kill easily. Another discovery that man has been able to make is the ability to develop chemical weapons which can also kill easily. We have the atomic bomb, and we know the history of Hiroshima, the Second World War, when America used the atomic bomb against Japan, and when millions of people perished within the twinkling of an eye. There is nuclear bomb. There are all sorts of bombs as a result of our knowledge of science and technology, the use of which is against the purpose for which the Almighty Allah has enabled us to discover them. There is the art of cloning. Cloning. It is the process of copying. You can copy any plant. Just last week, I was reading in the papers, and I read that somebody, in order to steal, clone the property of another person. So, cloning, instead of being a mercy, has now become a right. Plastic surgery, because you are not happy with your appearance, you are not happy with the shape given to you by the Almighty Allah, you go into plastic surgery, you go into beauty surgery. You want to be more beautiful than the shape given you by the Almighty Allah. It's science and technology that has made that possible, but it is counterproductive. There is also what they call transgendering. Transgendering. In transgendering, you can change your gender. You are a man. But science and technology has given you the ability to transform, to change, to reject the natural gender granted you by the Almighty Allah, and to say, I want to be a female person. I don't want to be a male person. I want to be a male person. I don't want to be a female person. This is against the ethics of Islam. There is also the art of tattooing. In tattooing, you inscribe shapes, different shapes of animals on your body. Some of you prefer to have the shape of a lion on your back, the shape of a scorpion on your stomach, the shape of a snake on your shoulders. All these are on Islamic, and these are aspects of the areas where science and technology has disappointed humankind. Astaghfirullah innahu kana ghaffara. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ini ya dulu. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Jadi di Makau kọ́ ní pàwá kìí sì ṣe dandan ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ mílíọ̀nìyà bá ṣe ń bá ń tí ń bò lọ́mọ tún náà ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ ó ti wò ó lé tó ẹ bá fi ìsìláàmù lẹ̀ ó ti wò ó lé tó àti gbàdọ́nà nínú ọlọ́run kan tó kàn lọ́kùn sábà wá ti wà bá ọkùnrin ìgbàsókè ìgbàlù má gbé fàtàkìsù wà kìlá gbogbo ìtọ́ fẹ́ sálọ ọ̀pọ̀lọ́ ń bẹ̀ nígbà nídìí ẹjọ́ aṣọ àkùrá díẹ̀ nínú tá a sọ nípa àkùrá ń dàgbà fẹ́ ẹ̀ náà wà lórí a sọ pé òbí tọmọ rẹ bá ká àkùrá náà ní fẹ́ ká gbọ́ yé dáadáa ó rọrùn láti ṣe ẹni wọ́ kìí ṣe pé ọmọ tó há àkùrá ní yóò sì bẹ bàbá àti ìyá wọn ní wọná tó bá sọ pé kóra ní ẹgbẹ́ kẹfẹ́ láti tí ì sọ fún wa ní wípé hafafa lọ́wọ́ ánìmọ̀mọ́lá àbáàbà hafafa lọ́wọ́ the Almighty Allah will alleviate the parents' punishment even though if they were parents kódà tí a bá jẹ́ kẹfẹ́ rí tí a jẹ́ àgbo ọ̀pẹ yìí ṣe bí wọ́n wà lẹ́nà láwí ọlọ́run wọlé àwọn ọmọ wọn tí wọ́n á kóra ní ó lè jẹ́ ọmọ kan ó lè jẹ́ méjì ọlá wọn ìyá náà kò ní tó bíbá ti tó àmàlẹ́ ní ẹjẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ́ kọ́ lábàlẹ́ kó yé wa dáadáa yìí ṣe pé ọmọ òun sì gbẹ èdè tó jẹ́ lọ́la àti ìyá tí ọlọ́run ó wò má bàbá la ọlọ́run ó wọlá ọmọ bàbá tó jẹ́ lébèrè ìyá tó jẹ́ lébèrè ìyá wọn yóò ṣe pẹ́ẹ́rẹ́ ṣé onígbà ìyá wọn yóò mọ̀ nípa nílé wọn yí àwọn ìyá. ó túbọ̀ àti ní àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ science and technology lónìí ọjọ́ ti lọ ṣùgbọ́n ti gbọ́ dá sọ́ńgẹ̀ sí ọlọ́run fẹ́ràn wa púpọ̀ oníkàmọ̀ nípa science oníkàmọ̀ nípa technology. Islam ò takò science and technology ìmọ̀ àjẹlẹ̀ téèyàn fi mọ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tí fagbó nǹkan yá ṣùgbọ́n ó ti bọ́ sódì àwọn tó bọ́ sódì ó ti wà ń bẹ̀ nísìnyí. tá a bá tiẹ̀ lọ jìnnà rárá ẹ wo tẹlifíṣàn tv ẹlòmíì lò síbi tó dáa àwọn ọmọ mi tó yàwó tí wọ́n yà ṣá tí wọ́n rí nǹkan rẹ̀ tí wọ́n kégbékégbé nígbà bàbá àti ìyá bá sùn àwọn fíìmù bẹ́ẹ̀ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó fèrè mú àrùn jùmọ̀ látàlẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi gbàsára jù ayọ́ nílẹ̀ tó tí wọ́n máa wò ó ti wá kọ́ṣẹ́ kíṣẹ́ ní ìbá sì kọ́ṣẹ́ kíṣẹ́ yáyàkúyà just about a week ago ẹni náà sọ fún amásálásí pé òun kà ó lè dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀ ló bá gbé fóònù báyìí bí wọ́n ti jáde àwọn ọmọ mẹ́rin ọ̀kan 23 ọ̀kan 22 ìkẹta 22 èyí tó dàgbà ní 30 ọmọ kékeré ọmọ sẹ́lẹ̀mùsì wọ́n wá pa pásítọ̀ church wọn kéèyàn palẹ̀ máa mú mọ́ṣáláṣí. kí ni irú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀dẹ́ bí wá lọ́wọ́ wọn ní wàásù rẹ̀ ní discover gbogbo gbà ẹ̀bá yọ̀ lọ gbogbo gbà ẹ̀bá yọ̀ lọ ìyàwó gbádùn ṣe ìdáhùn lẹ́sẹ̀ ìjà ìfipá nù ìjà ìfipá nù. nígbà tó wọ̀ ìyá fún wọn wá confess káwọn tó pa àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àwọn ti bá ọmọbìnrin kan lò ní tipa àwọn rẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tán àwọn awo kílọ̀ kan àwọn wá wá bí ti sáláńgá wà àwọn àtàwọn ọmọbìnrin náà sí. dáhùn èèyàn pọ̀ lára tv ti dáa tó jẹ́ pé àwọn táàrin náà tọ́lọ́ àgbọ̀wà sí àgbàlùkùránì àgbọ̀kúrámù ẹ̀sìn àgbàdì. àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ wa míì wọ́n kó ṣe bí ní ti pààyàn ìbáfẹ́ lóyè lọ́rùn pa nǹkan ọ̀gbẹ́. So science and technology bí ìgbà téèyàn mú dà lọ́wọ́ ni ojú méjì ló ní. Ọmọ tó yìnbọn bá tọ́ dáadáa, ẹni tí ò bá lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀sìn lòdì yóò. We remember our Vice Chancellor. We pray the Almighty Allah to continue to guide him right. We remember the principal officers of the university. We remember our students. Particularly, we remember members of this distinguished congregation. May the Almighty Allah be with us always. We remember the Emir of Ilorin. We understand he is involved in the card program this week, and may Allah bless the card. We remember the Emirates. We remember the state government. We remember the Buhari-led administration. Allah strengthen them and inspire them in all their undertakings. Ibad Allah, inna Allah ya'muru bil-'adli wal-ihsani. Remember the 3 commandments and the 3 conditions. The commandments are that al-'adl, you should be just. Even if you have a transaction with your partners, be just. Because injustice will transform into layers of darkness on the day of resurrection. Be just, be kind, be generous. These are the 3 commandments. The interruptions. Allah warns that interdicts against al-fahsha, indecency, or munkar, indiscipline, or bad justice. There is one. Allah warns all of us that Allah so that we will continue remembering. ربنا إنك أنت السميع العليم وعلينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم واهدنا ووفقنا إلى الحق وإلى طريق المستقيم. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم إنك آمن من كل شيء وكل شيء خائف منك وبأمرك من كل شيء وبخوف كل شيء منك يا من يخاف من كل شيء ولا يخاف من شيء نجنا مما نخاف هذا إنك على كل شيء قدير برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا ذا الجلال والإكرام 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 أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله.